Okay, I'm going to go over the basics of grading in a math course. I'm going to use algebra as an example. When I log into my algebra course, actually I end up on my home screen. So when you log in, you'll see your home screen and all of the courses that you are responsible for. And let's say that it is time to grade Algebra 1. So I click onto that course. It automatically sends me into the announcement page. But when I click on the curriculum, I can see everything that I need to grade. I can see everything I need to grade. Now, if I want things to disappear to make my view easier, I can just check the activity types I want to see or not see. I think of orange as bad. That means it's a to-do item on my list. The more orange, the more things you need to cancel for your day. But when I grade an assignment, what you do is you just double click on the orange, the number it's, and then that's going to open up the assignment, and you're going to see all of the students who completed that activity. Now, when you look at the students' names, you'll see a green check means I already graded that assignment. Okay, and when I scroll down, I see most all of them have green checks. All of them have green checks, with the exception of this one student. When I have only one student to grade, I can just click on Grade Activity and scroll through their assignment. If I have more than one student to grade, let's pretend that this student here is also not graded, and maybe this student here, and I click on Grade Selected, you will see one question at a time. The nice thing with this is you can just copy and paste feedback if it's appropriate. Now, the one thing to remember is that as we're waiting for this to open, the one thing to remember is that you do have grading notes. Oftentimes, like here is what the correct answer is. The student cannot see the correct answer. You can see the correct answer, so you certainly don't want to leave the student hanging with what they should have put. So I would just add feedback, like in order to represent the number of dots, you could illustrate this, or you could represent this as 4 squared. So I added comments. I just move forward to the next question by clicking the arrow. Okay, they got these questions all right. Here, this one's wrong, so I need to add comments. One thing that I've done as a cheat, I guess you could say, because you see here these grading notes, these do not show up for the student, so it's very important that you include feedback. A way that I cheat is I create, as I go along, a Word file. So if it's whatever the assignment is, I scroll to that number, and then I can just copy and paste that particular feedback. Now, once I'm all done giving feedback for every single problem, I click on Gradebook at the top. And once I click on Gradebook, then I will go to the fastest thing to do, as long as you're sure you've graded all activities, to post the grade instead of having to go back down through and make sure you select every single student depending on the student numbers you have. When you have upward of 60, 100 students, it's going to be more difficult to do this. See your eyes are like going a little bit crazy. As long as you're sure you've graded every single one, you can select all and click on post, and this will post those grades and allow those students to then see what their grades are. When I want to get an overview of what their total grade is to date, I can just select overview, and it'll give me their grade to date. Now let's say that student did bonus work, and here is an overview. If I want to click to break out all of the assignments the student has done, I can do that. Sometimes I'll give bonus activities. If a student did a bonus activity offline and I want to apply that to their assignment, all I need to do is double click on that particular assignment. So let's say this student for this particular assignment, she originally got 80.95. Let's say she did some bonus work. I could click here and change that grade automatically without having to go back into the assignment. Some assignments do have work that is uploaded, and let me see if I can find one for you quickly here. Now really these CS's, TS, TRs, you don't need to pay any attention to those, because as a teacher we need to look at every single assignment. Even if it says CS, which was supposed to mean computer scored, yes, it is computer scored, but if the student entered a space and they shouldn't have entered a space, for example, it will be marked wrong. So we want to go in and verify that it is indeed what it should be. TS is teacher scored. That usually means that the student had to upload their own work. So you're going to have to go in and click on grade activity. We'll pretend there's not a check mark. Again, there's no reason to go into an activity if there's already a check mark next to it. And when we click on grade activity, when you click on grade activity for just one student, and again, if you have multiple students, you can just check next to their name. But in this case, I'll go down and I'll see that the student actually has a file that they uploaded. So I can click download, go over their actual work, I can just click on the file down there. Now the file is opening. I can look at the work that they did, and if they got any incorrect, I can specify exactly which problem it was and what they did incorrect and how best to do it next time. So that's it on grading. That's all I have for you. I hope that helps, and it's a great reference for you. Make it a great day.